So we're going to solve quadratics again. That's all we're going to do today. Real light. Real light. Can you, let's talk. Nobody call out though. Can anybody think of two numbers that multiply to be 18 but add to be 9? Tatiana? 6 and 3, right? So we're going to factor it. We're going to solve. So x plus 6, x plus 3 equals 0. And then how do we solve it from here? We learned this a little bit yesterday. What do? Yep, you draw the line in the middle, and then Eric, what do we do? Very nice, buddy. Yeah, we're going to set these both equal to 0, and we're going to solve them. And we do the same thing for the other side. Whoa. Once again, let's talk about the steps. Let's remember, right? How did I teach you guys to remember yesterday? What funny saying? You thought you were crazy? Set equal to 0. What's the factor, and what's the last one? Solve. Very nice. Oh, good. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. So can anybody think of two numbers that multiply to be 36? Don't yell out. But add to be negative 15? Jess? Close. You were really close, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Naya, way to go. Yeah, it definitely is. X minus 12, x minus 3. So we factored it. Now we're going to solve it. Right, we're going to draw our line down the middle. We get x minus 3 equals 0. We're going to add 3 to both sides. X equals 3. We're going to set negative 12 equal to 0. We're going to solve it. Add 12 to both sides. And there we go. Elizabeth, what are you thinking, girl? Close. Yeah, we're subtracting 40 because it's got to be equal to 0. Remember, what's that first S? Set equal to 0, so we're going to subtract 40 from both sides. Yeah? Very nice. So b squared plus, that's a b, 3b minus 40 equals 0. Okay. Why don't you just make it? It's an excellent question. It's always got to go b squared, then b, and then the number, because that's the only way we can, if it's in that order, we can factor it. If it's not in that order, we cannot. So the next part of the next step is we've got to factor. Can anybody think of some numbers that multiply to be negative 40? Vanessa? 8 and 5. You're amazing, Vanessa. Amazing. So it's b plus 8, b minus 5. And then after that, what do we do next? Put the line and we solve. Put the line and we solve. So it's like, yeah. And then we have b minus 5 equals 0. So we're taking, let's take this one down. Let's take this one down, and it's on your sheet. It's 50. And I want you to notice something. Look, A is all by itself, right? What's the first step in set equal to 0? Now, I got to tell you one thing. Most people will subtract the a squared to this side because it's easy. It's one step. But you can't do that because let's take a look at some of our other problems, right? The problem that we just did over here, what is the number in front of b squared positive or negative? Let's take a look at another one. Is the number in front of x squared positive or negative? How about let's take a look at one other one. Is the number in front of it, so what do you, if they're never negative. So guess what we have to do? We got to put a 1 in front, but we have to move all of this stuff on this side to that one. Very nice. Yes, I totally. Minus 27a plus, you're not with this? It's just, this all becomes 0 equals a squared minus, yeah. So now we're going to have to factor. That's a hard one to factor. Does anybody have their calculator? If you don't have a calculator, don't worry about it. I want you to just sit there. I want you to think of it. Do you know of some numbers that could multiply to be 126, or that's hard? 1 and 126? That'll do it. That's one of them. Let's get our calculator up and going.
It could be 63.
Yeah, 63 times 2. That'd work. Oh, calculator, come on. Let's try and think of some numbers that multiply to be 126. So 126 divided by 2 is 63. The problem is that 63 and 2, there's no way we can get 27. Can somebody think of some other numbers? How do we go about doing this? 9? Let's see. 60, let's do 126 divided by 9. 9 and 14, that's not enough. 9 plus 14 is 28. Okay, I see how you go about doing it. You just kind of guess at it a little bit. 126 divided by 8? No. Okay, let's try. 126 divided by 7. 7 and 18. No, not 7. Let's try 6. 126 divided by 6 is? We got it, I think. 6 and 21. But do you see the process by which we did it? A lot of people, I could feel, they were just giving up. They're like, whatever, I'm just going to guess at it. I can't do it. Sometimes you need to take this long and use the calculator. So 21 and 6. Why 21 and 6? Oh, that's a little circle. That's the only one that worked, Eric. A minus 21, A minus 6. And then what do we do from here? We solve it. Add 21 to both sides, right? A equals 21. And then we're going to add 6 to both sides. Last one. Last one. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. First of all, is it set equal to 0, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is we got to factor. But take a look. This one is different than the other ones that we've done because, look, all of the rest of these all have 3 terms to it. Let's take a look at another one. Look, 3 terms to it. This one only has 2. What's the first thing you're always supposed to look for when you factor? Things they have in common. Do these guys have anything in common? 3 and x. Excellent. So, Sulema, the GCF is 3x. You are so smart, girl. 3x. Let's pull 3x out. What happens if you pull 3x out of 6x squared? What happens if you divide it out? What's 6x squared divided by 3x? 2x. 2x. What's 9x divided by 3x? You guys are so good, so smart. You don't need me. You can just study this on your own. Okay. We're going to set each of these equal to 0, and we're going to solve it. Okay. All right, here we go. So 3x equals 0, that's the easy one. We just divide both sides by 3, and then we get x equals 0. Right, Alex? So I say 0 in Spanish. Okay. Now, the other one. Minus 3. I like it. I like it. Elizabeth, you are so smart. We're going to subtract 3. But then we're kind of stuck right here. It's like 2x equals negative 3. Are we done? By 2. You guys are amazing. Wow. I mean, you could just leave it like this. I wouldn't even bother trying to put it into a decimal. Just leave it like that.